It is what it is. And if nobody looks at that how they look at it, bro, it is what it is, dog. But I never want to see her weakened or her put down or her whatever, because then it goes against exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, he did that shit. Yeah, really about to let Tory Lanez become a thing again. This man about to put out music and y'all gonna just eat it up and listen to it. Ooh, I wanna hear his side of things. Well, maybe Meg Thee Stallion shot herself and she's just lying about it so she could put out music. That's exactly what this nigga's doing. What are you talking about? Now look, I don't want to make it seem like my mind's already made up and Tory's this horrible monster that's just lying and doing this and that, but I don't know if there are people out there that still, I do know this. But for the people out there who still think that Tory did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion, I need to know, like, did y'all have like a microphone and a camera there so you got proof that he didn't do it? Because everything is pointing towards him doing the crime. Like, he shot her. Meg says, "Sorry, Tory, you must be this tall to ride this ride," and that's why he shot her. What's going on, guys? My name's Cliff, and this is Unpack That Bull. Unpack That Bull, the show where we take a deep dive into pop culture. On this episode of Unpack That Bull, we're taking a deep dive into why Tory Lanez shot Meg Thee Stallion. Not why, but the fact that he did. If y'all don't think Tory shot her, I need y'all to refute it with something. Who shot her? Who else was in the car with them? Tell me who shot her. He shot her as she got out the car. That's what everyone's been saying. That's what Meg's been saying. Her story's been the same the entire time. Tory shot me. Tory's story is, well, I don't know who shot her. It wasn't me. Everything that she has said since it has come out that, oh, there was a party and Meg was hurt. There was a violent altercation. Tory Lanez was arrested, possession of the gun. Meg had a foot injury. My first thought was, yeah, you shot her. You shot her in her foot. That's what the foot injury was. It's not hard to put two and two together. Like, if it had said anything like, oh, she got hand injury, she got arm injury, chest injury, I would have been like, he shot her in the arm, the hand, the chest. Well, you get arrested with a gun and someone else got an injury, even if that injury is a stubbed toe, I'ma assume that you shot her. So from the get-go, yeah, you shot her. So then people start doing what I'm doing now when they're trying to put together their ideas or their theories of what happened. And then Meg comes out and she's like, no, I was shot and the crime was committed against me. And now we all start to think in our heads, all right, Tory shot you. Like, everyone starts to get on board with my train of thought, which was Tory shot you. Right? Tory shot you and what? But why though? Well, that was our question, is if he shot you, why aren't you telling us? And she comes out and she says, yes, Tory Lanez did shoot me. And she shot me in the foot, and I didn't say anything because with the area we were in, the situation that's going on with police officers taking black lives, I felt it was important to protect the black lives that were there. And that's something also important to note, is that, yeah, Tory Lanez is the kind of guy that if he's already inebriated, he's already shot one person, who's to say he wouldn't fight that charge and then cause a scene, causing himself to be injured or someone else there to be injured. Meg didn't want to put anyone in that situation, and I wholeheartedly understand that. So people coming at Meg Thee Stallion like, oh, I want to hear his side. Why you out here lying? Why you ain't tell us you got shot before? Why ain't you tell us this personal traumatic information immediately? Like, you ain't already processed it in a second. You could have told us she was shot. Can she have some time to breathe? You know who had plenty of time to breathe was Tory Lanez. This nigga went quiet. Like, he had a whole quarantine radio that was popping, and then he just stopped. He stopped with the quarantine radio. And everyone was like, Tory Lanez. Meanwhile, like, oh, let's hear Tory Lanez side. Let's hear Tory Lanez side. Nigga, Meg the only one that's talking. Tory went quiet. It's crazy that when one person's saying something and the other person completely took forever to gather their story to finally talk to us, I gotta listen to the side that's been talking the entire time. It just makes more sense. Why were you so quiet, bruh? Bro, and he went quiet before the whole Meg Thee Stallion allegations happened. So when they came out, he still said nothing. And I just thought that's an indictment of its own, because, bruh, if you innocent, you supposed to be out here yelling you innocent. You don't just take a second, sit back, and gather your story. You go, nah, nigga, I'm innocent. I didn't do it. That was damning to me right away. And then he came and he was like, all right, I'm gonna talk about all this stuff at 9 p.m. And then 9 p.m. came, and then this nigga dropped an album. In the album, he said, how the fuck you get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones and no tendons. Can I see the map of the foot? Wow. Look at that big space right there between the toes. That's crazy, actually. That's wild that you really could get shot between the bones and tendons. Like, Tory, you're not a doctor. Start rapping and stop doctoring. This nigga talk about, oh, who made you do this? Someone manipulated you. He said, I never put my hands on a woman, but we said you shot him. You know, it's funny that some of what Tory Lanez is doing is also classic manipulator stuff. It's allowing her to be able to come back to his side with him not being too mad at her, which is unrealistic, because if someone accused you of something as heinous as this, there is no coming back to my side. There's no, oh, we're still friends, or any of that. Any of that. That, again, is damning. Why would you still be friends with someone who falsely accused you of shooting a person? And you don't have to physically hurt them. You can demean them like you do with your quarantine radio. So, again, Tory, why you out here? Nobody wanted to hear an album. If niggas wanted to hear your side, they certainly didn't want to hear you rap your side. They'd rather hear you say it. Not what you thought we really wanted to put on headphones and bump that. That's what you really thought was out here. No. And then he went on Instagram Live. And Instagram Live was wild. He says so many things I had to just stop and be like, this is what we gotta talk about. He said he planned to make a public statement, but he got a call from Rock Nation. And they said, yo, if you know what's good for you, you won't make a statement. Huh? If I'm innocent, I'm already up and coming. I already got a lawyer telling me I didn't do it. I'm not affiliated with Rock Nation. The Meg is. So why wouldn't I still make my statement? You feel me? Like, that doesn't make sense. You're allowed to claim innocence. He also pointed to the first reports saying that Meg wasn't shot. But the reports said that the police arrived because of gunfire, and you are arrested for having a gun, and Meg had an injury to her foot. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to put two and two together. Tory, you plus gun plus injury equals you shot her. What? It's not that hard. You ain't gotta be out here fighting it like that. He questions why Meg never told the police he shot her, but she answered that in her earlier video where she said she was trying to protect him. If he did some wild stuff, the cops would have to respond and hurt somebody, and she didn't want that. She was trying to protect him foolishly, but that's her own fault. He says he's still a friend with her, which...
I don't ever want to come off like I'm here to bash this girl, or I'm here to talk down about this girl, or ever be at a place where like I'm disrespecting her, because to me as a person, she's still my friend. No matter what, even if she doesn't look at me like that, I look at her like she's still my friend.
It's complete and utter nonsense, because if someone said that I had shot them, ain't no, I forgive you, let's work it out, I'm still your friend, I still have love for you. No, there's none of that. Everything that you've done, you're dead to me. Ain't no work it out. What if... Niggas still want to hear her side. Oh, she pretended to get shot so she could come out with WAP. That's not even her song. Like, if she made a song that was like, oh, I got shot in the foot, and something like that, I would get it. But she made a song, she featured on a song called WAP. That's not even profiting off of her trauma. And if you get shot, you're allowed to profit off that trauma. Like, if you not, someone got to tell 50 Cent. But otherwise, you get hurt, you profit. That's how that works. If you're an artist, at least, that's how that works. But, the way he's acting is very radical. And this nigga about to come out with music, and y'all niggas about to just eat that up. I guarantee you will. And you better not. I'm done with this nigga Tory Lanez. I feel like everyone should be done with Tory Lanez. Like, okay, so it was 4 people in the car. Meg's friend, Tory's bodyguard, Meg and Tory. Tori, if you ain't shoot her, are you saying Meg shot herself with your gun and then gave it back to you and you concealed it? Or are you saying Meg's friend did the same? Or are you saying your bodyguard did it and you try to protect your bodyguard? Which is very noble of you. But you don't have to. You can snitch. Or is it the most likely scenario that the nigga with the concealed gun was caught and was now indicted on shooting Meg Thee Stallion? He shot her. What loops do you have to jump through? Okay, the one loop. The nigga with the gun shot her. And then there are these other loops with these other ways of getting the gun from the person with the gun, or just the straight line of the person with the gun shot the person with the gunshot injury. You gotta be on some other things to you got, like, if you smoking something, let me smoke it, because you gotta be on some other level to think that Tory Lanez did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion. And if you want to hear his side, no, you so many reasons why not, but the first is that this nigga lying. You can just tell when you look at somebody and they be talking just a little too fast, nigga, you lying. You either on drugs or you lying. So when it comes down to it, I think Tory Lanez is trash. He shot Meg Thee Stallion. They were in the car. An altercation happened. She was like, hey, listen, nigga, why you the same height when you stand up and sit down? He said, what? He shot her in the foot. Realistically, they probably were arguing about something. And she tried to leave the car. He shot her in the foot multiple times, trying to shoot around her probably. Caught her in the foot. Said, shit, get back in the car. Someone heard gunshots. Called the cops. What is most likely is that Tory Lanez shot Meg. What is also possible is that someone else in the car has shot Meg. What is also possible is that someone else in the car shot Meg. But Tory has said nothing about who the shooter might be. Just that, she wasn't really shot. It was a glass in her foot. This is a gunshot wound. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care what else it is. Y'all can keep bumping Tory Lanez if you want, but I'm done with the man. He is trash. If I play a song, he featured on it, I'm skipping it. We're not playing no more of his songs. And if he a feature on it, just go ahead and skip that, John. Thanks for watching, guys. We got some other great content on this channel. Why don't you guys go ahead and check it out. My name's Cliff, and this has been Unpack That Bowl. Peace.